So, should we do a recap of what happened? And all the insanity that ensued?
Yes, please, because I missed this session that happened back on November 14th.
Yes.
Yep.
So we killed the dragon.
That was the thing that happened.
Yep.
I remember it fondly.
Well, let's see.
I'll let you guys explain.
All right. So Vernon went to a higher form.
Yep.
And because he went to a higher form, we actually used the higher form version of the the wild magic table. So shit got weird.
Yeah, shit got real weird.
I was blowing bubbles.
You were.
It was hysterical. Yeah, they ended up finally managing to kill the creature, the green dragon, after Mavarax also became a he did his character limit break.
I broke some limit.
Yeah, we had it was an epic fight. We had 3 different character limit breaks. We had Throkk with the horde of ghosts. We had Vernon become a shining beacon of hope.
Oh.
And Eldritch Blasts. And we had Mavarax become an ancient Eldritch, not Eldritch, but his greeniest of the Green Knights.
Yes.
And then I quit that.
Yeah, and he swore an oath upon his crown as the king, and he was given his new oath, the Oath of the Crown. Aranus is alive.
Yes. Technically.
I was here for when Mavarax sacrificed half of his lay on hands and channeled divinities or something like that.
Yes, and then nothing was wrong.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I did all that for literally nothing.
Oh, hey, now he's in there amongst the torment of 100 million souls. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing I haven't dealt with before.
Yeah, so in the second half of the fight, Aera started breaking out some really interesting new spells.
Like Circle of Death.
Yeah.
And
Finger of Death.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Aranus magic. The ones that he likes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
and he started referring to himself in the royal we.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he could shapeshift.
And so after that, we were like, "Hey, Aranus, how you doing?"
We're fine. Everything's fine. How are you?
Fine. Yeah, we're fine here. We're all fine here. Everything's fine. How are you? It's like, Aranus? Aranus, are you okay?
Yes, we're fine. How are you?
And that went on for a little while before we dug into what was actually going on.
Yes, we are Aranus.
Yes, we are Aranus, sort of. We remember Aranus, kind of. We remember a lot of other people.
So it turns out when Mavarax reached into the shattered being that was the body of Aranus, when he pulled him back from the brink, out of the remains, so to speak, he also had the...
He was so awesome, he brought back more than just Aranus.
Yeah. He brought all the leftovers that Blessing has left behind after he's eaten worlds.
So that scene at the end of Endgame, just all inside Aranus.
Yep.
Yeah.
All in Aranus.
Yep.
Yep.
Except
Souls.
it's a collective. It's essentially a giant collective hive mind called
Uh-huh.
Chorus,
Yes.
and they have an imp
Yes.
familiar.
Yep.
So Aranus figured out the verse, and now we have the chorus.
Where's the bridge?
I don't know yet.
That comes
That's the
next.
name.
That
When we
comes
bridge the
later.
gap
This
between
seems out of order.
Uranus and the chorus.
No, yeah, we gotta have
No, it's bridge the imp.
verse, chorus, verse,
The imp,
chorus, bridge, chorus.
No.
So we have to
Outro.
kill. We have to kill Chorus a couple more times.
That's not what I said.
No, we do have Chor. Chor the imp.
Yes.
And I'll be right back.
Oh, hello, kitty. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello, kitty. Oh,
Oh,
hello. Hello. Oh, she's waiting very patiently for dinner. Oh. Oh. Hello. Hello. Oh.
Ah, no, that's him. Don't attack the microphone.
do it.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Kill him. Kill him now.
Yeah. Do it.
Where's the-
Sound
is it- all right, so if I'm looking for someone like
Dark side.
The dark side.
So
All
is
right,
it the
new campaign
DMG
next
for
week. Everyone talks in that voice for the entire campaign.
yeah, you say hello to her. I say hello to the bar patroness. And,
Oh, no.
Say hello to the beautiful woman sitting next to me, and she's like, "Hey,
No.
hey, how you doing? Hey,
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
it's fully operational.
I don't want to sell you any death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. I want to go home and rethink my life." All right. Question.
Do it.
Yeah.
Because it has been a very long time since I've cracked open one of these books. If I am building a
It's
character
full
at a
of
given
fighters.
level,
Mm-hmm.
where do I look for what kind of magic items they have?
It's like DMG page 38 or 42, I think.
So if you know that off the top of your head, I'm gonna be so mad.
I
it's
haven't
24.
bookmarked. Hang on.
No, it's very early on.
What level are they starting at, and what magic setting are you having them set in?
High
That determines.
magic, high fantasy, high magic.
Oh, hi, magic.
Okay, 38.
Woo!
Nice.
God damn.
Got him!
Alright. 20,000 gold pieces plus 1d10 times 250. Or high magic, sorry. Yep. 3 uncommon magic items, 2 rare, 1 very rare, and then normal starting equipment.
Whoa.
That's a lot of shit.
Nice.
There you go, Mike. I rolled the money.
Oh, cool.
Nay!
Oh, damn. That's max. Alright.
Next time I roll up a character, would you mind rolling my starting gold?
Yeah.
No, it'll happen. It'll happen in that everybody gets.
I
ones.
usually end up having to go
Everybody
to
gets
the DM and going, "Hey, if I rolled below average, can I just take the average roll so I can actually have something, please?"
No.
And then they're like, "Let me see your roll," and they're like, "Oh, you rolled a 1. Oh boy, yeah, go ahead."
That sucks. It's
Uh,
like, well, goddamn.
I reminded of when I
Not
was
everyone's
trying
as
to
nice
make
as me, I guess.
when I was trying to make a character for Jim's game, a backup character, and I had to mulligan twice.
Yeah.
The first time it was because I didn't roll anything higher than like a 12, and the second I was just like
Hi,
death by farming.
I'm a hero.
Yeah.
But I don't have any stats over 10.
All right,
like-
one shot idea. Everyone, your dub stat is your class's main stat. Go.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh, there was one one shot idea that I really liked where it was everyone starts with a blank character sheet,
Yes, I know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
and you have to like write things down from like your interactions.
Yeah, and figure out what you're good at and what you're not.
Yeah, like figure out what your class features are and shit like that. So there was one that was like, it's like, I'm going to ask the bartender if there's been any strange activity around recently. He goes, no, well, other than, you know, a Dragonborn like you walking into his bar. No, he says it hasn't been anything strange. It's like, wait, I'm a Dragonborn?
Scribbles down Dragonborn.
If you want to see this in practice, the Glass Cannon Network has a Strange Ions live show that basically did this, and it was great.
It's a Pathfinder adventure path where you like it starts out with you waking up in a hospital without any memories of what has happened to you, and they went farther and said, you know, you don't remember anything about who you are or what you can do or what your name
remember their names so
or
they
what
gave
your
each other
name
nicknames.
is. Yeah, so they gave each other nicknames and like it's pretty neat.
One of them was a guy who I don't know what his name is.
And one was Mrs. Old Lady.
Mrs. Old Lady.
Mrs. Old Lady, yeah, because she was
O'Lady.
Mrs. Old Lady because she was she had an Irish accent. Mrs. Old Lady,
Who also happened to be an old lady.
who also happened to be an old lady.
That's fucking great. All right, so the
Sheila.
last time
Sheila, because he's
that
Australian.
you that we met, I think that was basically everything that happened. I know Aera had a fucking breakdown
About Uranus?
over the
Yeah.
whole thing with Uranus.
Everybody
And,
had a breakdown. So, like, Kyle, if you want to start this off with your breakdown, we can go.
Welcome to the breakdown.
Vernon wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Illianor didn't really care. Zeus
Illianor
wasn't
was more
happy.
Leonor was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
I was
new.
mad.
It's new. How are you not excited?
Yeah.
I am
Leonor was like,
incredibly concerned. I hit
And
him in the
everyone's like,
face. Is he
"But our
Uranus yet?
friend." And Leonor's like, "He'll come back."
It's okay. I've got like 27 plans for this. We're good.
Is he Uranus yet?
My favorite part was like they were talking about like they were trying to tell him what his personality was beforehand, and they were like, "You wanted to usurp the king at one point, and you had like a child or something like that." So he turned himself into a child and said, "I'm gonna be the king one day. Like I'm gonna overthrow the government."
Oh, man.
No, he looks like Uranus and everything.
No, I know this, but he is saying he's weak. Is he Uranus yet?
That's not going to help.
Yes, we are Uranus.
That one's at the... I just find the nearest wall and just punch it a few times.
There you go.
Did that wall wrong you?
Mavarax is saying that's my thing.
Come on.
I want my Uranus back.
I know.
He just keeps punching him in the face until he turns back.
Throkk,
into
if you
red.
behave, I promise
went
you I'll
off to a
get you a
wall
new
this time.
Uranus.
No,
No.
I went off to a wall and started punching the wall. Maybe I'll make a nice window inside this tree.
Yeah. I approached Throkk cautiously. Throkk? I... Is that at me?
No, my fists weren't working fast enough, so I took out
Okay.
him.
Um,
Oh, sorry, +4 from rage damage.
this continues for some time. Do you feel better yet?
He's not back to being a single person yet. So no. Let's figure out how to bring him back to being a single person.
I know I'm going to regret saying this, but we have to talk to another mind. Someone who has great magical knowledge.
We possess great magical knowledge.
Someone beyond
Shut
both
up,
you
you.
and I.
Shut up, you. The single-minded are talking.
Throkk, don't be mindless towards our new guest.
Guests.
Thank you.
Just grab a hold of me. We're plane shifting out of here. I can't take this anymore.
Wait! I disappear for a little bit, and eventually I come back with X.
No.
X.
No. Make him the new god, and let's go.
No, he's done to defend everybody.
You can
And
tell
if
them
he's the
that
new god of this plane,
that
he can defend them all.
The prayer they should say is X gonna give it to you.
Oh my goodness.
No.
First
No,
he's
you
gonna
wanna
rock,
come with
then he's
me,
gonna
right?
roll.
You want to come with me, right, buddy?
He looks
get
at
all
you
kinds of food.
with like very sorrow-filled eyes, and he's
He wants you
Yeah,
to stay
he wants
here
to
with
come
him.
with. He wants to come with me.
He
That's what
definitely
he's
wants
telling.
you to stay here with him.
No, that's the you go, I stay motion.
No following.
Do you speak monkey? I don't think so.
Tongue of the Sun and Moon, yes I do.
I have an intelligence of 20. I can.
You're not helping me. Right, fine. I'll go find a bigger house. It was too small for you.
Hey, you know, this huge tree, there's not a dragon living here anymore. You can have it.
Yeah, but he's gonna need some friends, so...
All these people who are going to worship you.
Oh no.
And I just call some friends in for X.
it floods with like random animals, like squirrels and small birds and shit like that. And you look like a Disney princess for about a half a second.
Alright. Don't eat them. They're your friends. Let's go.
Alright. Where are we going?
Home?
Right, but to my hut, or are we going straight to Mr.
I should
Powerful?
go to the great and powerful Albadan.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
The great and powerful Albadan.
Okay,
God
he definitely
fucking damn
kills
it.
something that we have so that happens.
Does he
His
have...
name didn't echo before we killed the dragon.
Should have let that
That's
dragon
it. Next
alive.
time we kill someone. Exactly.
Here, let's see, if I remember correctly, he's got a teleportation circle at his store. Let's go there. Right? He was in Railden, right?
He's in River's Keep.
Ah, even better. There's a teleportation circle right in the tavern.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, oh no?
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Okay. And plane shift. And wild magic. And 51. Spectral shield hovers near you for the next minute, granting me a +2 to AC.
Hey!
Let's just make sure to keep Rapunzel away from the court, from Aranus right now.
We can change our form. Would that be more?
Yeah.
No.
I would prefer not to traumatize yet another child.
What should we look like?
Look like how Aranus looks. How you look right now, it's fine.
We already look like Aranus. We've been told that we should not look like Aranus.
Told you that?
I only said not to let his wife
Yeah,
See
you know,
him
not to,
in
so
this
as not to
state.
scandalize his wife and daughter.
You mentioned he has those.
Yes. So
What should we look like?
be creative, but not too creative.
Look like me, but less big.
You can be Mavarex's brother, Gavarex.
The 8th.
Or you could just stay chorus.
We call you little Gavi. Yeah.
I don't like this anymore. Be something else.
I agree.
I don't like that he's
you
helpful in
you
this
are 4 years
situation.
younger than
I
him,
wish he was a
and
Brandis.
he likes giving you noogies. And also, you are not next in line to the throne because you did something horrible, and you were removed from the line.
Oh, she's gone to shipper territory. Okay, just quickly assume my form then. Or wait,
Or
no.
something like it.
Throck's form.
Also, you
Why
don't
me?
like raspberries.
Because it's the most
you
diametrically
are
opposed.
allergic to raspberries.
You were the most diametrically opposed to Uranus in terms of physique.
I have an idea.
And
Don't
you
use
really
big
like the
words.
Star Wars prequel. What?
You're gonna
No,
take
no,
on,
that's too
You're gonna
far.
take on the shape of some kind of a squid-like monster, and then you're gonna have a long nose, and then your chiseled jawline, sort of handsome Squidward.
No.
We would like a form that will not get us slain.
Well.
I describe Zed.
Is there really any
Interesting.
form that won't get you
Make an intelligence check first to remember what he looks like.
Hey, he's got 2 eyes and nose.
He's got one of those faces. He has hair.
You have a vague recollection of his face.
And I
Now-
didn't say I was going to be good at it. This is just what he's going to look like.
He looks like Brad Pitt, but not.
Now I need to think of
Brad Pitt.
something that's gonna be
Like if Brad Pitt and Ted Danson had a child, and then that child married Renee Zellweger.
Ah, he looks like the
But they
legendary
didn't have
Rihanna
any
children.
Keeves.
what if you were describing someone's face? What would what do you think a good skill for that would be? I'm thinking medicine, just because of having described the features of their body.
Awesome. There's no difference in the bones.
History? No.
I am
Survival. Perception?
I mean, if
describing the person.
if Zed comes here, then it will be a survival check.
Imposter. No. Investigate.
Again, you're describing it. So
Medicine makes the most sense.
I suppose.
all right, yeah. Make a medicine check to describe this thing.
It's vaguely humanoid.
Yeah, he's got 2 eyes and a nose.
And a mouth.
He's pretty pale.
He wore a lot of black.
You
I
are.
don't know if he has hair because he
So
wears
he
a mask all the
begins to
time.
kind of change, and he
Oh,
looks like
hold up.
Let me have this, damn it.
Let me have this. Thank you very much.
all right.
So he's got a
So,
couple eyes. I think
Based
they're
on
brown.
the description that was given to me, all my clothes are going to go completely black.
Okay.
Almost monotone black.
Oh, buddy.
Right so far.
I'm going to be more human. All the hair's going to fall out. And I'm a woman now.
I do it once around. Little soft in the chest, but yeah, I think that's it.
Do we look better?
The voice doesn't sound like him though.
You put a little gravel in it.
Like you've been gargling
I didn't mean it.
marbles.
No, not with these vocal cords.
That'll pass. All right.
Eh.
Now we go upstairs.
We'll call you Zed.
We'll call
we
him
could
Dez.
just call him Chorus.
But we are chorus.
Yeah, alright. That's fine. We can call you Chorus.
So, it is in the middle of the night.
Don't worry, I've got this. And I make my way upstairs.
You just
With Chorus in tow. Sorry.
you just like Throkk is surprisingly graceful. Like he knows exactly where to step. So not a single floorboard creaks.
Are you dragging
Hey, what
me
are
along?
you doing?
Are you dragging me along, or like?
I was like, come with me, do what I do.
So yeah, you get an advantage on your stealth check because you're following Throkk.
I did exactly what Throkk did. We are excellent imitators.
Yeah.
I don't think I should roll.
Aera stumbles into something.
Meanwhile, Aera
Curses
takes one
loudly.
step and trips over like a wine bottle and then crashes and just ah shit.
Ow!
I just realized.
Mavarax's like, wait, let me
Sure,
She
I
rolled
got
a
this
natural
one.
1 and rolled higher than me.
I still need one from Illianor and from.
I got a 16.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
There. Yes.
Vernon. Vernon, you need to roll stealth.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. We're trying to sneak upstairs from the teleportation circle that we used into the tavern.
Throkk is just so fucking done.
Hi,
Guys,
White.
I said I had it.
All right, so you guys managed to half fumble, half stealth your way up into the
I'm very graceful.
You are.
into the main
Proud of you.
main dining room, and you're making your way towards the exit when a lantern light falls on you.
Boing!
Dun dun dun. Now we have to kill them.
Quick, where's the box? Need to hide in a box.
And it takes you a second to like your eyes to adjust to the sudden light, and you see Aunt Cass standing there with a bullseye lantern and a crossbow.
Busted.
Shoot Aera, she broke your wine bottle.
Sorry.
You bloody children scared me half to death. What are you doing here?
Leaving.
We're going to see Albadan. Goodbye. And I just walk out the door, holding on to Chorus's hand.
We will talk to you later. We killed the dragon, by the way. Bye.
Worm with a Y, technically.
Yeah.
She turns around and starts and just extinguishes the lantern
Good
and
night.
starts walking back up.
Sorry about the one model again.
So you make your way through the city.
It's okay, Tic Tac. It'll come out of Uranus's tab.
Do we know?
It is.
Do we know that one?
Yes. We'll introduce you later.
Okay.
It's waxing gibbous. Not quite. It's past a full moon. So, but there is some nice moonlight out. Very very clear in this night. A little bit colder than you expect, but
Wonder when we came back to.
Sorry.
When did we come back to?
When did we come back to?
Yeah. Can I try to figure that out with like Arcana with planar nonsense?
more
Or
like
that'd
a
be more-
nature, judging
just
by
nature.
like constellations, things like that.
Oh, okay.
Stars.
Yeah, those are stars right there.
Not
Oh,
today.
those are stars.
Yep, those are stars.
Stars.
You judging by the way things are, definitely It's been about like a week.
I look around as we're traveling through the city. Do I notice anybody shifting through the shadows following us? Somebody who maybe has a tail and would want to kick my ass, and I said vows to.
I'll help.
You don't see anyone.
27 passive. Do I sense anybody following us?
No, you do catch the footsteps of guards off in the distance patrolling.
I mean, we don't have to
think we're
like
good.
be sneaky. We just have to make sure we don't wake up the city at this point. So let's just make our way to Albadon's.
Don't say his name.
Oh, there he is! Follow him!
So you make your way to his tower at the outskirts of the city, and you come across where the last time you were here, you remember there being a door, but all you're finding at the base appears to be smooth stone.
Is he closed up for the night? I jab at it with my walking stick.
So when you hit the stone with the walking stick, there's this resounding and
Rock doesn't usually
all of a sudden
make
one of
that
the
noise,
one of the stones starts to shift and kind of spin, and then some of the other ones kind of shift and spin and move around. And
like that one thing in Harry Potter.
Yes.
The diagonal
yeah,
alley.
and then all of a sudden this dude's head pops out like, "Oh, who are you?
It's me.
Who are you?"
I am Illianor.
He's got like this really big, like
Great big bushy beard.
handlebar mustache, big bushy goatee. Who are you?
I'm hang
State your business.
We're here to see the great and powerful douchebag at the top of this tower.
No one gets in to see the ways. No way, no how.
This is not what I was hoping for. Tell him that King Mavarax Xavier Dar the Seventh is here,
And 2 of his royal knights.
It's a dragonborn of a different color.
Tell him an old friend is here to see him.
Tell him that the Sentinels of Clelen are here.
Oh, and his head just like disappears into the darkness.
We're going to fucking Oz.
Yes. Brace yourselves.
Oh,
And
we
you
off to see the
wait
wizard.
for what seems like at least a minute or so, when all of a sudden his head pops like, the wizard will see you now, and it just disappears again. And the stones again begin to shift and change, and they form an archway, and all of a sudden a wooden door just appears.
What was
Well, that's a neat
his
trick.
What was his preferred school? I don't remember. Was it transmutation?
Do we?
Tomfoolery.
Must we go through this?
Alas, yes.
Tomfoolery subsection shenanigans.
I hold the door open and kind of like gesture everyone in.
And as you're walking through, you begin to see all so first and foremost, this tower at the base is about 10 feet across.
Mm.
But when you walk in, suddenly you're in this long hallway.
Oh, it's smaller on the outside.
No, it's actually gone. It's actually gone
look-
sideways. We're going up the tower right now.
Are there still
Oh,
paintings?
shit!
Oh yeah, there's plenty of paintings,
Okay.
all kind of hanging out there.
I
and
look
just-
at the paintings.
well,
Hey,
actually, they're all
been a
like
while.
most of them are sleeping.
Hey, been a while. Looking good. Yeah,
Hello?
rest. That's good. Should get that.
Yeah, they're all like sleeping. Normally they'd be like berating you with questions and whatnot, but they're all asleep.
Oh, they're asleep.
Don't
I think they're rather
wake
helpful.
We feel uncomfortable here.
It's a
That will-
pretty much a
Don't
universal
worry.
experience.
I would say that it would go away at some point, but I'd be lying. It's
I was
been-
just gonna say it's a feeling that doesn't go away.
Welcome to existing.
Yes.
So you make your way down this very echoey corridor. You're noticing your steps. There's no carpeting or anything like that. Your footsteps are just kind of bouncing off the walls and things like that. Especially with all of you walking.
Many of us were interior designers at some point.
And you reach yet another wooden door.
Everything about this place fills us with disgust.
I
Don't
reach
let
forward
him
and
know
politely knock on
Welcome
the door.
to the domain of
The door gently
of
opens
this
to a
gentleman.
large like antechamber. There's huge columns all lining the walls and a massive stone basin in the middle of the thing. And
Is the elevator down?
no, the elevator's not down. This giant head forms in this gas. Like the smoke begins to pour in, green smoke begins to pour in from all throughout the place, and it coalesces and forms into a massive head of a bald, stern-looking creature. Just, who dares disturb the great and powerful Albadan?
I walk over to the
Lightning
curtain.
and thunder.
I'd like to look around. I can see through walls.
Has he moved?
Do I see anything?
Well, not really, because like there's something about this that's warping your understanding of like the dimensions themselves are all freaking like just all sorts of whack.
Question: Has he
Something's
moved?
throwing off your magic vision.
Yeah. Has he moved his curtain from where it was last time?
Yes, now it's slightly to the left.
I grow weary of this, and I move over to the curtain and I throw it back.
And you see a small gnome.
Yep.
Not Albadan, though.
Where is he?
Are you trading off now?
See,
Is this your shift?
you see, Illianor, you wouldn't be able to know this. Of course, you clearly wouldn't know this person. Throkk. Make an intelligence check. Being the only person who might know this guy.
It's a face you remember!
It is a face you remember. Very vaguely. This is the gnome that you ventured with for quite some time ago. This is the gnome known as... not that.
Wow. Get that out of here.
There we go. Gideon.
Hey!
It's
Hey.
hot. Come, gold.
Rock. What? What's everybody doing here?
Oh, Kyle, we can't hear you.
I walk up to him. I pick him up by the scruff of his robes and have him dangle a good 6 feet off the ground.
I
as
don't
just
miss
hold
them.
him up. Where have you been? And I give him a pull him in for a
Well,
big hug.
Aw.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Hang
right-
on, hang on. And I ease up a little bit, and I do that little like swaddle under the baby's butt thing, like I've been practicing with Brack.
Make sure to support his neck.
This is still not enjoyable.
Hold on a second. Do I know you? Did I meet you
No, I think
maybe
Like-
briefly.
like once? Were you in the Holy Cities?
Ah,
yeah.
yes.
We like ran into each other. He said, "Hang on,
Yeah.
I'll be right back," and then he never came back. Like
You
an
went out for
asshole.
cigarettes. And you
No,
never came
I
back.
didn't. I didn't say that. I said I have to go. There's, I had a breakthrough on my book, and I needed to go take care of that. And I said I may be back. All right.
Yeah, well,
didn't
I don't
go out
remember
for
that
cigarettes.
at all. So clearly that didn't happen.
All right.
Hi again.
Hello again. Who's
I'm
this guy?
Aera, just in case you forgot my name, because I totally forgot yours. What's your name?
Gideon. My name's Gideon.
Gideon. All right.
Pretty
Don't
sure it's
call me-
Gilbert.
It's not Gilbert.
Gilbert. Gideon.
Gilbernian.
I'm gonna go with Gideon for
As
now.
audible of a sigh as possible.
Is the master
yeah.
asleep?
And I pat his back. Yeah, let the gas.
Where is Albadon right now?
Oh, he's upstairs.
Ah, he's just upstairs. He has me do dumb things like manning his Wizard of Oz-esque face broom.
In the middle of the night.
Question.
For
How
unusual
high
patrons.
up is the ceiling?
You can't tell.
It just goes up into like a never-ending void, reaching up, or
Yeah, it's basic
Yeah.
wizard tower nonsense.
yeah.
Yeah, like you're actually looking up and you're like, is that the night sky?
Oh shit! Does it suck when it rains in here?
At this point, the head is kind of like looking at you like, hey, pay attention to me. I'm intimidating, damn it.
I was like, oh, I'll show you intimidating, and I gently set Gideon down. I just run towards it, and I just jump up through it, just like.
And it like as you jump through it, it like splits in two, and then reforms after you like go past it, and it turns on, and then the elevator falls and just. Poof.
I didn't like that.
Yeah. He was always a bit eccentric.
Yeah. Yes, you got ups.
You can move an immovable rod.
Yeah. Yeah.
So can the ogres.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to make the check because it's always a 30 for him.
Oh god.
Yep, I always did 30s now.
All right. So the elevator doors slide open.
Ding.
Up we go.
Bottom floor. Wizard of
Alright, let's
Oz
go.
bullshit.
Ah.
At least we can agree it's bullshit.
But seriously, who's this little guy?
This is Gideon.
Gilbert, this is 7. 7, this is Gilbert.
Gilbert.
It's
We have
Gideon.
little. Why are we here?
Why are you here?
Hello, Gideon.
We are having a very smart transmutation-focused wizard looking at you, is what I've gathered.
We
Rennis is having a crisis, and we needed somebody that we thought could help.
Ah, I noticed that many of you were missing.
Yeah, there's been a bit of a shuffling around of our roster.
Hello,
We've
I'm
had some
Vernon.
auditions recently.
We will
This
have
is-
to catch up.
This
I
is Vernon.
recognize this other.
This is Illianor.
Okay, I recognize Illianor from the underground bet thing.
Fighting pits.
No, it was the we were
Oh, the other underground.
trying
you
to
were
buy
also there when
things.
we were trying to get that stuff.
Yeah,
That was you.
I
you
was
and that
with.
little prick.
I was with
Oh, I know
Albadon.
where we are now.
Welcome.
Hi. This is probably a bad time to tell you that Do you know anything about repairing staves that have shattered?
DM, do I know anything about repairing saves that are shattered?
No.
No.
Once it's broken, it's.
I'm asking for a friend. I definitely didn't do that
Yeah,
myself to
I'm
the
assuming
staff
the
that I
thing
worked
that
really hard to get.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yep.
It just we took a long
Definitely
time.
didn't do that at all. No.
It took a long time to get it, and then it just broke. Obviously,
The-
and if we didn't have to put in all the effort that we did to originally.
Aera's obviously full of shit.
Yep. Aha. Yeah. Anyways, so we're here to look at Aranis' problem, but Aranis is not here.
He's in there somewhere. I've been assured.
Oh right. Do we should we still look like your friend Zed?
No, revert to the Aranis form.
Okay. I'm just hand wipes over and Aranis is back.
Okay. So we have a
still not
changeling.
over it.
You forgot to get rid
We
of
have
the
a
boobs.
changeling question mark.
Oh.
There you go.
No, the other one.
So we have a changeling.
I'm not exactly sure that it is. It's
Okay.
really complicated. Has your master told you about blessing?
I've heard enough.
Okay, so the way it was described to me is he eats worlds, and the remnants of those worlds, along with Aranis, are now in that body.
This is correct.
Okay.
Dumped onto the.
We are Chorus.
Yep.
We believe that we are pleased to meet you.
Wow.
We had a vote on it.
I am
Yeah,
pleased.
they've been
I am
like
pleased
that
to
the
meet you as
entire
well.
time.
Okay,
sure.
so let's see what Albadan thinks. I'm gonna go to the library and see if I can find any books on this.
See if he has anything about dreams.
If you
We-
get us some coffee, that'd be great.
I'm not a servant.
No one else is going up.
We wish to speak with your master so that they can come to accept things and we can move on to kill the dragons.
Excellent.
I will go up to meet with Albadan.
It's just
because
one
that
dragon
seems like an even more secure place that my wife can get to.
I think that I don't have a choice.
So, Chorus and Throkk are going up. Gideon is going up. Anyone else?
Yes,
Y'all go up.
I'm talking to Albadan.
Mavarax will also go up.
Let's all go up.
Mavarax, someone should keep watch.
Mavarax will keep watch.
What about Vernon?
Vernon can keep watch. I don't know.
Vernon, are you
Maverick
gonna go
and
up
Vernon
to
can keep
Albadan's
watch.
room, or are you gonna stay down here?
Heavens no. Why would I go to Albadan's room?
to spy on him, to make fun of his pajamas.
I'm sure any of. Oh well. Spying? No, any of you can do that. Make fun of his pajamas. I think
You're
it'd be a
very quiet.
Vernon thing to do.
Yeah.
I will be sure to make fun of his pajamas. I do it every day.
Well,
Thank
I'll
you.
keep watch then.
Good to know.
All right, so you pile into the elevator, and the doors slide closed.
I could
No,
have
you're
just
not going
flown
up,
up
but
there.
David, you're really quiet.
We feel Vernon and Seven have gotten the better deal.
Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, still getting used to these mics.
So, I like to think like the entire time Mavarax and Vernon are just sitting there like not talking to each other and having like that awkward moment where they keep trying to talk to each other but then just nothing comes of it.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
How about
So,
that weather, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty
Did you
intense
see
out
that
there.
ludicrous display last night?
What were Arsenal thinking? Just walking it in like that.
All right. So
Dragons, huh?
as you go up, it occasionally stops and go, "Ding." First floor, or like Like, ding, second floor, magical wares.
Keep on the first.
Ding, third floor, magical ailments and strange creatures.
Yes, elevator, could you talk normal again?
Ding.
Hey, I'm the elevator. Welcome to the fucking fourth floor.
Fourth floor.
Yeah, that's much better.
Fourth floor.
Anyway, I started
The
blasting.
Hall of All.
So anyways, what are you fucks doing here, huh?
and after like 8
Don't
or
you know
9
there's a weight
floors, I was
limit?
like, boom, top floor. The chambers of the great and powerful Albadan.
Oh my god, it worked.
I'm going to have to find out how to dispel that one.
Don't you know there's a weight limit on
And
these
the doors
elevators?
open up.
One of you is gonna have to get off.
I lean into Illianor and go, I've tried.
What's your school proficiency?
It's definitely not dispelling magic. It's evocation. I tried killing it. It didn't work.
Duly noted. We
You'll have
have spells that also allow for killing. We shall not use them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
a good way to say hello, even to somebody you
I
don't
think
like.
maybe he has like a horn of
Hey,
echo
hey, the door's
that
open.
works across the mold.
I'm not gonna hold this thing open forever.
Alright.
Hey,
I'm
you either
going.
get off or you get or I.
You're letting all the flies out. They're gonna tell their
Elevator, you
friends.
can go back to that other voice.
I can keep the door open forever.
Please leave.
30.
Mind the gap.
Oh, alright, perfect.
Get the fuck out of here.
Please leave, you horrible, horrible people.
Alright,
You're
let's
all
go.
beautiful children. Now get out of my classroom.
Be gone. Perish. Perish from this
Releasing
rewrite
poison
light.
Be
gas.
gone, thoughts.
Just kidding.
I shoot
Well, they said Throkk. So
I shoot a
gotta go.
firebolt up at the I shoot a firebolt up at the bell that Albadan has to alert him that I am here.
Bing, ling, ling, ling.
I just go ping.
You don't even look. You just ting.
Hey, that's not bad.
And Albadan just lands like face first.
Oh, I never get used to that.
Graceful as
I
ever.
never get used to
Behold, I am the great and powerful Albadan.
All right, spare
Immediately
them.
muffle his mouth.
Albadan, spare them. We have an important thing for you to look at.
Person or persons.
It's good to see you all again,
Hi.
except for you. He points at Illianor. You know what you did.
What did I do? You have to remind me. I'm so old now.
Exactly.
We don't have time for such frivolities.
This is it looks like Arenas. This is not Arenas. They are chorus. They will
It's not Arenas by himself.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in there right now.
I'm like
don't
already
know.
sorting through his books to see if I can find anything on this.
It's some weird shit.
Fascinating.
They don't seem to be in any distress, or rather, any distress that isn't like totally understandable because of the
Oh, of course
situation
not.
they're
They're
in.
hive mind, clearly.
I'm in distress.
Yeah, it's the rest of us who are sort of unsettled.
We want to find a way to go in there and find Aranus.
Only Arenas.
Gideon,
Yes.
did you explain to them the math?
You must speak more plainly.
Also, I really have to say that the Puce fuzzy bunny onesie is really working for you.
Yes, thank you. So,
We disagree.
he's got like this fluffy bunny onesie on, like little fucking, like one ear's going this way, one ear's going that way, like
I feel it irritable as
97.
ever.
97.3% consensus.
Now you're doing the Legion thing from Mass Effect.
There's like 6 dudes in there that are like,
I think it works.
All right.
So he waves his hand, and this chalkboard comes literally running over.
Those are both your pieces.
Like-
I've had enough pie.
We believe we understand the math.
And he kind of does this, and the floor rises up underneath him, so he can actually reach it. And he waves his hand, and out comes a piece of chalk. He goes, "That wasn't magic. That was just sleight of hand."
Don't do it.
Don't
Illianor,
you slow
no.
cap for me, you patronizing. So he turns of his well, now all of a sudden, as he turns, his buddy onesie turns into his regular wizarding robes, and he begins to feverishly write with both hands down these complex equations and things like that. He's muttering random things to himself, and he's writing down these complex arcane things.
Hold on, mics are gonna mess up.
Finding a needle in a haystack. You have about a 1 in 1,000 chance.
Question. What if you spread out the haystack and then shine a light on it to see which part is sparkling?
Just run a magnet over it.
Try just climbing through it, and eventually you'll find the needle.
Albadan, I feel your metaphor was falling upon deaf ears.
There are 1,000 hay
They're
bales and
missing
only
the
one
forest
needle.
for the tree. Yes, exactly. See, he gets
Wait,
it. There's
Is the haystack in the
10,000
forest?
haystacks.
Of
and
course, we get it. We're us.
It's a forest of
With one
haystacks.
tree.
And who's
With
to
one tree,
say
and that tree is a name.
that the needle is actually
The
even
tree
in
is
one
a
piece?
haystack.
Oh.
Light all of the hay bales on fire and then pick up the pieces.
Because needles don't burn.
Your needle would melt.
And then we smelt it.
Finding
Hay fuel
Uranus
does not melt steel
in the
needles.
sea of
Goodness.
bits and pieces is not going to be simple. First, you have to consider this. You have to be willing to ask the question, is Uranus even in there? If he is he completely together? And beyond that, I know I probably won't be able to convince you otherwise. So let me advise you on a few things. Given the nature of this collective, from what I understand, just through observation, I imagine that you're going to need some kind of anchors. He flips the chalkboard over and begins to write down kind of this long series of draconic runes, this long complex arcane symbol. And Illianor, if you want to make an Arcana check.
If any of them say brother, I can read it.
Brother.
I am going to also see if I recognize it.
Okay. Gideon recognizes it as him writing down the basics for astral projection. But it's not pure astral projection. There seems to be kind of a focus to it. I just see, look over and I see, are you in sport? Like jousting? So, no, it's more than just astral projection. It is a kind of like a targeted, focused, sent not specifically to the astral plane, but somewhere adjacent to the astral plane.
Oh, it's that stupid thing I read 300 years ago. There was only one little blib about it in the book. Dream.
He turns on. Let me explain it like this.
It's the
And
astral
he draws
sea
like a
for
nice
the
little stick figure.
mind.
He goes, "This is Aranis' body, okay?"
Mhm.
And then he draws a huge, massive next to it. And goes, "This is the collective that known as Chorus.
Yes, we are.
Notice this will not fit in. So my hypothesis is that the body of Aranis
Mhm.
is actually somewhere else, serving as a gateway to the astral plane. But it's like, imagine a big bubble,
Okay.
and you take a little bubble wand and you blow into it. Aranis' body is the bubble wand, and the bubble is the thing that holds Chorus.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of.
We are far sturdier. We don't believe we will pop.
So
My
Aranis,
point being, what you're dealing with here isn't actually Aranis' body. It is
That
a
would explain-
projection of
that would-
Aranis' body, which is why he so easily changes form.
okay.
Secondly, it should be noted that this barrier, so to speak, is being fueled by the body of Aranis, and it is holding the collective souls. Well, no, I think it would be more like the souls themselves are forming the. That'd be interesting. And he starts like kind of muttering, and I think I figured it out.
So what would happen if
My
we went?
hypothesis is that the souls themselves are actually linked together. Maybe the smaller parts. I imagine you have like the little bits and pieces of yes.
Yes. Mainly no.
Right. So that smaller parts seem to be arranged around the collective, the bigger pieces, the parts that are more put together. Correct. There are other parts of you. There's the small parts, and then there's parts where you have some, and then you have most.
Perhaps.
Right. So it appears that these souls on the outside are actually creating a barrier that is inside the astral plane, but it's not in the astral plane. Like the astral plane is around, enveloping it, but it's
Well, it's the air
like,
outside the bubble,
Is it a pocket
it's like a
dimension?
city inside of a country.
or a tree inside of a forest, or a needle inside of a haystack.
Yes, but it's a foreign body within something that. Yes, the needle in the haystack definitely works much better for this. Anyway, but if that's true, oh, I don't like that.
So
Oh, that does not bode well. The more. Oh. If my hypothesis is correct, the more power that Chorus uses, the weaker this barrier is going to get.
We disagree.
This is my hypothesis, of course, but my point is, if you are going to go in there and trying to find Aranis, you are going to need something to keep you from becoming part of the collective. Some kind of something, some kind of token to anchor you to this world.
We value you as individuals at the moment. Perhaps we will acquire your knowledge.
I would prefer for that not to happen.
As would we.
So
But
how,
if we must,
Wait, if Chorus's presence here is magical in nature, we met them in a place with really chaotic magic. What if we went to a place that had no magic? Would they be okay?
ooh, we can test that. I have anti-magic field. Let's go.
No.
we will be fine. The gnome speaks. The gnome speaks of theories he does not have fully formed.
So let's fully form them then.
Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Now, I can craft you these totems, so to speak, these things that will anchor your body, your souls to this realm, but it won't be cheap. Requires much research and materials and the commission.
We suggest the gnome does it at cost.
You suggest the gnome does it at cost. I suggest that I'm one of the only people that actually understands your condition.
Yes.
Oh,
Doesn't the gnome consider it a great privilege to examine such a specimen?
I don't know, Gideon, do I?
See, this is why I think Uranus is still in there.
surely you wouldn't try to strong-arm us.
No, I'm a gnome. I can't strong arm you. And all of a sudden you just hear. Psh.
I do think you do, actually. This is actually a very unique opportunity that we might not see again.
That is a
We've
good
certainly
point.
never seen anything like this.
All right, I get exclusive rights to the book.
Sure.
And Gideon,
No,
I'll add your name on.
we agree to answer. We agree to answer one question per totem you craft.
I still need the money to craft the totems in the first place. How many of you are going in?
How much is a totem?
Oh, we have Mavarax and
That's
Vernon
yet to be
downstairs,
determined. I still have to
probably.
do some research to figure out and how to modify the astral projection spell first and foremost.
Let me just go down and ask.
Are you
Please go
bluffing?
down.
Are you bluffing, Master Gnome?
Oh no! Like you said, I'm
Insight
working
check.
with theories at this point. I'm just kind of throwing magic at the
check.
walls. Sticks.
Oh no!
No, he's telling the truth.
All right.
He's smart,
Yeah.
If
but he
I
doesn't
can.
know it. He doesn't know this as well as he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
If
It's
I
gonna
can,
take
I'd
some
like to
time.
go in.
What is the risk to these among us?
It depends on how much time you're willing to give me. If you give me enough time, I should be able to craft totems that will anchor their souls fully to this realm. And then I'll be able to gently allow out the silver cord that ties you to your body.
How much time?
I don't know.
Well,
Once I start the research, I'll know.
I have a question that the chorus might be able to answer. And by that I mean it's a question that the DM would know the answer to. So we're the only adventurers that have defeated this many of the anchors for blessing, right?
Yes.
Has anyone ever tried to defeat anchors in the other worlds?
Yes.
Have any of them succeeded in at least destroying one?
No.
Okay.
Not on this world.
Well, I'm talking about within the chorus. Because my question would be directed at them to see, like, to get a time scale here of like, oh, hey, there was like a 3-week interval between when we destroyed the first one and when he came, versus like these worlds that had none destroyed. You know?
There didn't necessarily seem to be a pattern because of the distances to the worlds, the strength of the anchors, the strength of blessing itself.
Okay.
if Chorus really wanted to sit down and have a conversation with itself, with themselves about where their worlds were in terms of the multiverse, how strong Blessing might have been, it's going to require a lot of math and a lot of arcane rigmarole. Like it's going to take them a while to figure out. And there's a lot of factors even within destroying any of the anchors in those worlds as well, or even if if Blessing even used anchors to get to other worlds, because from what you have been told, Blessing only really put anchors in this world because the world was split apart in an effort to shake off Blessing's hold on it.
We believe that your pursuit, this entire objective, is folly, but it will make the bird, the orc, and the dragonborn very happy.
Right. Also, if we're going to fight the fire dragon, we need time to prepare for that.
Yeah.
You're fighting a fire dragon?
Yeah, it's the last anchor.
Yeah.
I have at least 2 spells that'll be useful. Only the Chorus currently and Vern can cast one of them. It's Investiture of Flame. You know, immunity to fire damage is good. And I have Foresight. I don't know if anyone else has Foresight, though.
We possess.
I only have 2 sight.
I got one sight. I got one.
Ah!
I had mine chopped off when I was a baby.
We can spread our. Jesus fucking Christ!
No, you're talking about the thing, that they get like scalpel.
That's an
And then
egg.
they say that next thing that they use to clamp.
Yeah.
I need to go feed the cats. I'll be right back.
We can spread our consciousness for a time
Oh no,
and
it's that
observe
movie,
all around us.
Star Wars, where she lifted all the rocks.
Yep, I see. Anyways.
Sorry. Well, let the research commence. Illianor will be assisting me in this.
I suppose, although I do have one question.
Yes.
Do you have the wish spell?
His eyes like get really narrow. What are you going on about?
I would like...
Of course I don't have that. It's forbidden magic. What are you, a cop?
Wait. Hold on, Mike. Is his wish actually like banned in this world?
It's highly frowned upon.
Okay.
Because it tends to backfire. It's less wish, more monkey's paw.
I have it. But last time I tried to use it, I became indebted to Albadon's services.
I would like to copy that into my spell book.
No. It's mine.
You will permit him to copy the spell book.
I will put it in to do no such thing.
Oh, it was
It's-
there.
Master
it is my
Gnome.
spell book. I have it in my spell book.
I will.
Gideon, you will not allow this person to copy the wish spell.
Okay.
You will.
Okay. Real talk. I, the player, have no idea what Illianor has done wrong. I'm lost here.
Nothing.
Oh,
honestly.
he just hates me because I'm a wizard. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
You're
it's the
treading
wizard
into his
rivalries.
territory.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gideon,
Yeah.
Sorry, not Gideon. What's the other one? Albadon.
Yes.
You value existing, correct?
Yes.
What's going to come and destroy existence?
Yeah. Sucks to be you guys. Unlike you, I actually have an escape plan. So, ha!
What escape plan?
Albadon, we will answer a question you haven't asked. We developed 1,203,023 escape plans. How many worked?
Well, clearly one of them must have worked because now you're here.
That was more of a sacrifice on Mavarax's part.
Potato.
You will be a valuable addition
Speaking
to
of
our bubble.
Mavarax, do we want to see if him and Vernon want to come along?
Right. Conversation over. To the research. Flies into the air and goes off down towards the library.
I lean in real close to Illianor, so quietly.
I slide him enough money to cover the cost for the spell. See, it's a 9th level spell. That's 50 gold per level, and it's not in my school. Yeah, 450 gold. There you go.
Yay.
We would suggest the 2 gnomes and Illianor work in 8-hour shifts. We do not require sleep and can assist during the entire time.
I only require a brief little power nap.
I can definitely help. I'm not going to be of much help because my expertise is in evocation, but I can definitely be of somewhat help.
Well, you're in luck because astral projection is a necromancy spell. Okay.
So I'm going to be really helpful.
Well, we're developing.
So the research commences.
Yeah.
It takes some time for you to first and foremost rework the astral projection spell in order to work on getting on modifying it to work specifically for accessing the collective of Chorus. On top of that, the more research you do into the anchor points, you find that they are made of they need to be made of very materials. And on top of that, these materials have to be infused with some kind of something. You're not sure yet, but you know that there is more to it than just having the material and making something pretty out of it.
Well, if we're trying to go to the chorus, why don't we just infuse it with the essence of the chorus?
Is that possible?
Well, I mean, how else do you make tuning forks? You infuse it with the essence of the plane you want to go to.
Right, but is this physical body here Chorus?
It's a projection of him.
Okay, I'm back.
Can we get an essence off of his projection?
I don't know.
I don't know, DM, can they get an essence off of my projection?
Kind of.
It's weird because in my thought bubble here, it's sort of like the weave in a way, where it's a metaphysical manifestation.
Yeah. Because, like, the chorus exists, and it's, like, basically, like, you're projecting out a single thread of yourself.
So, what if we plane shift to the astral where Chorus is, and attune the resources to it there? It's weird because there's layers to this.
Yeah.
Quick question though.
That feels risky.
Didn't
Yeah,
this whole
it feels
thing
risky.
start because Arenas went to the astral and ran into Blessig there? Is that just that they're like close to each other and that we could risk having the same thing?
It's
happen to us?
Blessig adjacent.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
Blessig adjacent.
that's another possibility. It could be adjacent to.
It's because it's not like a demi-plane inside of the astral, right?
Technically, if my theory is correct, it is kind of like it forms its own demi-plane to protect itself.
So it's sort of like the maze spell in a way.
In a way.
Because that shunts you into a magical demi-plane and escape.
Yes, but it's a demi-plane that is immediately inside the astral plane, which could be immediately next to Blessig.
Yeah, so forgive me if I'm wrong here in saying this, but if we take the essence of Chorus and use it for this, there's a possibility that we end up right in front of Blessig and he kills us.
Yes, if your aim is off. The other thought is you could travel through the projection along that single thread into the collective of Chorus. However, the possibility is that when you go in there, you will immediately become part of it, which is why you want the astral anchor to hold you to this plane.
We probably also slap some abjurations on that as well.
Yes. More research.
Let's see here. What magics do I have at my disposal? I Globe of Invulnerability? Maybe.
Can we pay attention to what Throkk sent in chat, because that's a pretty decent question.
Not as a demi-plane to Illianor knows, so the demi-plane spell would work. Let me see what the demi-plane spell says.
Not quite, because it's not a fully formed demi-plane. It is a shell that protects it from breaking off into the astral plane. The more and more you're researching it, these bits and pieces were all floating around Blessig, and when Aranus saw him, he was essentially absorbed into that collective. But when that healing energy came through, it actually a very thin shell, which was able to be built upon as as Chorus took form. So like it's a very thin shell that's been reinforced by bits and pieces of souls.